2025. Margot, please take it away.
I, Margot G.K., the Town Clerk of the Town of Morristown, do hereby state that it is 7:30 p.m. on Tuesday, October 14, 2025, and that this regular meeting is being held in Council Chambers, 200 South Street, Morristown, New Jersey. Adequate notice of this meeting was provided according to law by written notice to the Morristown Daily Record, the official newspaper of the Town of Morristown, and to the Newark Star Ledger, both more than 48 hours ago. Notice was also posted on the bulletin board at Town Hall and filed with the Office of the Town Clerk of the Town of Morristown. I do further state that I shall enter into the minutes of this meeting a statement that such notice was furnished as particularly described by me in this public announcement. I'll take a roll call. Councilwoman Foster.
Here.
Councilman Iannacone.
Here.
Councilwoman Lindsay.
Here.
Councilman Pilipchuk.
Here.
Councilman Russo.
Here.
Councilman Silva is excused this evening. Council President Umbriak.
Here.
Mr. President, you have a quorum.
Thank you. Let's pause for a moment of silence. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. There are 4 items on the consent agenda. I will split them in half. For items 1 and 2, I would ask for a motion to adopt the minutes, both sets of minutes from September 29, 2025.
I'll make that motion. Second.
Councilwoman Foster.
Yes.
Councilman Iannacone.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lindsay.
Sustain.
Councilman Pilipchuk.
Yes.
Councilman Russo.
Yes.
Council President Umbriak.
Yes.
Motion carries. At this time, I would ask for a motion to approve consent agenda items number 3 and 4, the St. Patrick's Day Parade for 2026, and a social affair permit for the Kellogg Club.
I'll make a motion. Second.
Councilwoman Foster.
Yes.
Councilman Iannacone.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lindsay.
Yes.
Councilman Pilipchuk.
Yes.
Councilman Russo.
Yes.
Council President Umbriak.
Yes.
Motion carries. At this time, I'll open the floor for a public hearing on any matter. When called upon, please approach the microphone, state your name and address, and limit your comments to 3 minutes or less. Be advised that any derogatory comments targeting members of council and/or administration may be ruled out of order.
Mr. Burns, come on up.
Good evening. My name is Bill Byrne, and I live at 100 Franklin Street, Morristown, New Jersey. And I'd like to thank everyone that sponsored me and donated, and thank all the small businesses. Can't mention everybody's name, but you know who you are. And so I'm happy to say that the ARC raised $13,000, but I raised $5,200, and I also set a record. So just like to thank everybody.
Congratulations, Bill. Anybody else from the public? All right, I'll close public session. Any responses? Mr. Burns, congratulations. I like your shirt. Thanks for all the continued advocacy you do. See you around town. I think you're a great advocate for those with special needs, and we'll continue to support you in your mission to make sure that people with special needs are taken care of and accounted for. So thank you. Okay. If nothing else, we'll move to the report of the mayor and town officials.
Okay. September 30th, Morristown Police Bureau had an event, Cops and Rodders, the event at Morristown Green. I want to thank the MPD for their continued work involving the public and meeting our citizens and people that come in and out of our community. Doing a great job, especially with the leadership of Chief Richardson. On October 1st, Coffee with a Cop at Swiss Chalet Bakery. Again, another great event that the neighbors joined our police officers for coffee and conversation. Another way for the police to improve the relations with our citizens, interact off and on. So again, thank you for our MPD for their continued service to our public. On Saturday, October 4th, there was a fall cleanup at Bishop Narrowsy Way lot. I want to thank the council members that came out and all the volunteers and our coordinator that put that together. Caitlin up in our office with the Clean Communities and Environmental Commission. Great turnout, a lot of young kids, especially shout out to those kids from Randolph and other towns that came in to help. It's great to see these young kids volunteering and getting time in for their clubs and future leaders of our great state and our great nation.
No pressure.
Church of God in Christ had their 100th anniversary, church anniversary and celebration. Those who were in attendance, it was a great event, long event. Congratulations to Pastor Rogers for the 100-year celebration. Great history, great church, great leader, and wonderful, wonderful to see so many people celebrating that 100-year anniversary. Thank you to all the council members that were in attendance. October 5th, Chris Martin's Celebration of Life was held at the Unitarian Fellowship. Long-time Morristown member and active member in our community of history. That's history of Morristown. Chris Martin will be missed and has a great legacy in the town of Morristown. October 8th, the Hyatt's grand reopening was great. See the investment that the Hyatt is, not the Hyatt, that Olnick and Fisher have made into Headquarters Plaza, making that a space for the public and for the people that lease in the buildings. It's a great asset to go along with the Hyatt Hotel and the restaurants on either corner, Masseria Italian Steakhouse and Parkside Tavern, amongst other entities in that building. It was well attended, and they're doing a great job reinvesting and recreating their space, stepping up their game, and we appreciate long-time tenants and building owners in Morristown since 80, 81. When that was built back in the day, long before I got here. So a lot of history with that Headquarters Plaza, but they are a large taxpayer, a large employer, and we appreciate and support them in their reinvesting and their commitment to Morristown. Been here a very, very long time. October 10th and 11th, let me give a great big shout out to all that are involved in the Festival of Books. The Friday night keynote was amazing. The rain didn't stop anybody from coming to our downtown. It was well attended, great authors, great festival. My hat's off to that group. They do a great job, so keep it up. Festival of Books is one of the top events, if not in the state, in our town, along with our Fall Festival and our Jazz and Blues Festival. It's a great asset to our community. October 14th, which is today, AHS, this is one I want to just speak a minute about, had a groundbreaking ceremony for their new proton therapy center. I didn't know a lot about it. Found out more about it today. I heard about this about probably 10 years ago, about this type of therapy, radiation therapy. And, you know, listening to the doctors talk today and the experts, there's only we're one of 3 in the nation. And that is incredible. That's what was put on the record today. It was, right, Chris? 3, right?
I believe it was 3.
Yeah. There may be more in process because I think at one point it was so expensive, that's why we didn't have it, but now we have it. And as the chairman of the board of the hospital spoke today so eloquently about his wife and what it meant to him, it's clearly going to save thousands of lives over time. And it's new technology, cutting-edge therapy, and a lot of people will be affected that don't even know they're going to be affected years from now. To have that in our community and and Morristown's Medical Center is a benefit to our town, benefit to our residents, and benefit to our region. Hats off to AHS and their commitment to health and to our community and our region, and to stay a top hospital in the region. On 15th, Wednesday 15th, there's a Q&A, which is tomorrow with the seniors. So if you're a senior, 11:30 at the Senior Center, Q&A, and it's always lively. So come on by. Thursday the 16th, J.C. Reese is going to have a reopening of a ribbon cutting of 68 South Street in honor of their new location. That's the Eyeglass. J. Reese, they've been here for a very, very long time. So if you can make that reopening, that'd be great. They've been in business in Morristown for a very, very long time. The 17th, grand opening right across the street. For those who like to get their wine and liquor, Four Seasons is doing the grand opening at King's. It's nice to have the wine and liquor back. I know people really enjoyed that, having that part of the King's supermarket, so we look forward to that. That's Friday at 3 p.m. On Saturday, for those who would like to attend, at 11 a.m., the League of Women Voters are having a No Kings rally here at Town Hall on the front steps. Our police department is well-versed in handling these types of rallies, so feel free. It's going to be safe. It's going to be a well-attended rally, and not worried a bit because we have finest police department and prepared for this event like they were last time. So that is Saturday, 11 to 1. Also from 11 to 4, the Morris County's 5th annual National Coming Out event at Pioneers Plaza. So I'll be going from here at 1 o'clock over to Pioneers Plaza. So that's by the prosecutor's office. If you can make that, it's a great event. The Morris County Prosecutor's Office puts that on, National Coming Out Day. Saturday the 25th, from 9 to noon, Rotary's used bicycle and sewing machine collection drive at Town Hall. The same day, from noon to 3, grand opening of One Paw Way Dog Hotel at 467 South Street. Now, that is in the township, but they've asked us to come over and celebrate that reopening. If you remember, they were on Speedwell Avenue for a short period of time in the corner of Early and Speedwell.
Yep.
They now have a new home. It was an old veterinarian down by the park. So that's going to be their grand opening from noon to 3. And then everybody looks forward to the Morris Arts Pumpkin Illumination at 5:30 p.m. at the Vale Mansion and Parade. So make sure you come there. I know you're all going to be there for pumpkin illumination. Sunday, October 26th at 9:30, there's a ribbon cutting at Roast Coffee. Wow, hold the crowd back. Roast Coffee, because we've been waiting a long time for Roast Coffee to open up. Now, I'll be honest, I got a sneak preview of the inside, and I'm not going to say anything more than that, but you are going to be wowed when they open the doors to this place. They really have made a major investment into this coffee shop, and I think many people will be pleased. That's Sunday, 9:30. Come on down and get a cup of coffee. The 31st, 2 to 6 p.m. The kids will be downtown. It's the day Julie and I get to walk the town and see all the kids out trick-or-treating. So it's 2 to 6 in the downtown trick-or-treat. That's October 31st. We get them from all over. And 2 to 5, the front of Town Hall, we have our annual Halloween event the same day. So the Recreation Department does a great job with that. That's the 31st. So mark your calendars, tell your email chains, your neighbors, bring your kids, costumes, come on downtown. And the November 1st, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., Mark Street Mission holds its annual coat giveaway at the Morristown Green. Now, I'm going to end on that because that is a very big event. And I've spent many times walking up and down the lines that people wait to get coats, winter coats. And it is amazing how many people in our region donate coats. And I'm talking beautiful winter coats. Some new, some barely used. I mean, really, I've seen some amazing stuff people get. And they come from all over. Pennsylvania, Brooklyn, New York, Connecticut, I've talked to people that come from other states just for this coat giveaway. That's how many people show up and how many people are in need of winter coats. If you have time, come up and talk to the citizens from all over that come to our town for the free coat giveaway. It warms your heart when you really think about it, and it kind of gets you in that mood of the season that we're going into, Thanksgiving, into the holiday season. And that is all I have, Council President, and that's a mouthful.
Thank you very much. Lots of great things happening in town.
Yes, always. Morristown
Always.
is a happening place, great vibe, great downtown, great everything.
Thank you. All right, we'll move on to council liaison reports. Councilwoman Lindsay.
Yes, good evening. I have a small report from Allison, the executive. Now they have full staff, full team on the housing teams. Everything had improved day-by-day performance. They have improved their telephone system, are working through the addressing the work orders from the resident. At the recent meeting at 29 Ann Street, our senior manager was attending and met with the resident. Everyone was heard, spoke to her respectfully, and some resolution to matters were discussed. Management had also held resident meeting at 31 and 39 Early Street a couple of weeks ago, and they will be planning to hold a meeting at Manhattan Village in the next 30 days. That's my report.
Thank you. Councilman Polipchuk.
Sure, the partnership met on the 8th. They're advancing design work on the design of the traffic islands, so streetscaping, beautification. They'll be coming in front of the administration, Shade Tree Commission, all the appropriate players to make sure everyone likes it. November 10th is a little bit ways away, but they're gonna have their annual meeting. So just try to get that out to any business owners in your area. As the mayor mentioned, we have Halloween downtown on the 31st. And a little bit of a ways away, but I think it's going to sneak up on us. Christmas, Santa's arrival for Christmas this year is going to be on Saturday, November 28th. So it'll be nice. It's a big fun event for the family. So.
Thank you. Councilman Russo.
Next planning board meeting will be toward the end of this month.
Okay, perfect. All right, Margot, let's move on to regular business, please.
Okay. There are two ordinances for introduction this evening. Ordinance number O-40-2025, ordinance amending and supplementing the code of the town of Morristown, Chapter 7, Traffic, Section 7-40.2, handicap parking on streets for private residences to amend the placard number assigned to a dedicated parking space for a resident of Pine Street.
I'll make a motion to introduce ordinance number O-40-2025.
Second?
Are there any comments or questions from council? Okay, on the introduction of ordinance O-40-2025, Councilwoman Foster.
Yes.
Councilman Anacone.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lindsay.
Yes.
Councilman Flipchuk.
Yes.
Councilman Russo.
Yes.
Council President Umbreak.
Yes.
Ordinance O-40 has been introduced properly by title and will be considered further after a public hearing on October 28th. Ordinance number O-41-2025, ordinance amending and supplementing the code of the town of Morristown, Chapter 7 Traffic, Section 7-40.2, handicap parking on streets for private residences to amend the placard number assigned to a dedicated parking space for a resident of Cobb Place.
I'll make a motion to introduce ordinance number O-41-2025.
Second?
Any comments or questions? On the introduction of ordinance O-41-2025, Councilman Foster.
Yes.
Councilman Anacone.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lindsay.
Yes.
Councilman Polipchuk.
Yes.
Councilman Russo.
Yes.
And Council President Russo. Excuse me, Council President Umbreak.
Yes.
Ordinance O-41 has been introduced properly by title and will be considered further after public hearing on October 28th. We have 4 ordinances for public hearing and adoption tonight. Ordinance number O-34-2025, ordinance amending and supplementing the code of the town of Morristown, Chapter 7 Traffic, Section 40.2, handicap parking on streets for private residences to add a dedicated handicap parking space for a resident of Hazel Street.
I'll make a motion to adopt ordinance number O-34-2025.
Second?
At this time, I will open the floor for a public hearing on ordinance 34 only. Seeing none, I'll close the public hearing. Any comments or questions from council? On the adoption of ordinance O-34-2025, Councilwoman Foster.
Yes.
Councilman Iannicone.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lindsay.
Yes.
Councilman Polypchuk.
Yes.
Councilman Russo.
Yes.
And Council President Umbreak.
Yes.
Motion carries. Ordinance O-34-2025 is adopted. Ordinance number O-37-2025, ordinance providing for certain capital improvements at the Morristown Municipal Airport by the town of Morristown and the county of Morris, state of New Jersey, and appropriating $189,935 therefore to finance the cost thereof.
I'll make a motion to adopt ordinance number O-37-2025.
Second?
At this time, I'll open the floor for a public hearing on ordinance 37 only. Seeing none, I'll close the public hearing. Any comments or questions from council? On the adoption of ordinance O-37-2025, Councilwoman Foster.
Yes.
Councilman Iannicone.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lindsay.
Yes.
Councilman Polypchuk.
Yes.
Councilman Russo.
Yes.
Council President Umbreak.
Yes.
Motion carries. Ordinance O-37 is adopted. Ordinance number O-38-2025, ordinance providing for certain capital improvements at the Morristown Municipal Airport by the town of Morristown and the county of Morris, state of New Jersey, and appropriating $6,059,746 therefore to finance part of the cost thereof.
I'll make a motion to adopt ordinance number O-38-2025.
Second?
This time I'll open the floor for a public hearing on ordinance O-38 only. Seeing none, I'll close the public hearing. Any comments or questions from council? On the adoption of ordinance O-38-2025, Councilwoman Foster.
Yes.
Councilman Iannicone.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lindsay.
Yes.
Councilman Polypchuk.
Yes.
Councilman Russo.
Yes.
And Council President Umbreak.
Yes.
Motion carries. Ordinance O-38 is adopted. Ordinance number O-39-2025, ordinance amending ordinance O-30-2023, which provided for certain capital improvements at the Morristown Municipal Airport by the town of Morristown and the county of Morris, state of New Jersey, and increasing the funding with an additional contribution from with an additional contribution from DM Airports Limited to bring the total funding for the improvements to $7,475,153.46.
I'll make a motion to adopt ordinance number O-39-2025.
Second?
At this time, I'll open the floor for a public hearing on ordinance 39 only. Seeing none, I'll close the public hearing. Any comments or questions from council? On the adoption of ordinance O-39-2025, Councilwoman Foster.
Yes.
Councilman Iannicone.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lindsay.
Yes.
Councilman Polypchuk.
Yes.
Councilman Russo.
Yes.
Council President Umbreak.
Yes.
Motion carries. Ordinance O-39 is adopted. There are 3 resolutions on the agenda this evening. Would any members of council like to pull any for separate consideration? Okay, I would ask for a motion to adopt resolution numbers R-136 through R-138, 2025.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
On the adoption of those 3 resolutions, Councilman Foster?
Yes.
Councilman Iannicone?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lindsay?
Yes.
Councilman Polypchuk?
Yes.
Councilman Russo?
Yes.
And Council President Umbreak.
Yes.
Motion carried. Resolutions are adopted.
Thank you. We have no unfinished old business, no new business. I will make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned.